So what I did was just 3D print a simple adapter. I sanded down this edge just so it's more flat instead of having a 3D printer look to it. Hit it with the same spray paint that I used, the Fusion spray paint. And this is how they look installed. Yeah, I know mine's cracked, but I don't really care. I think that the gauges themselves will draw attention away from that. So it's a simple press fit, fits right in. And I'm probably going to just use some maybe a cement to hold those in right here along this edge. Chris here, Uniworks Design. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I sold my instrument cluster. I had it fully prepped out with speed hut gauges, and I got an offer on it, and I sold it. I wanted something a little bit different, so what I'm doing is a little bit different. The first set that I made was with the 4-inch gauges, and they fit in the Vanagon cluster pretty well. You need to take the front curved plastic off, and that's kind of a pain, but it's not too bad. And I just used a heat gun and pushed really hard from the back side, like here, and pushed really hard through there. So anyhow, the next set of gauges that I went with, they came in a couple days ago. I've been working on prepping my cluster for them to work, and they are 3 3/8 inch, so they're going to fit a lot cleaner and a deeper into the recess of the stock Vanagon instrument cluster. So I've just been working on getting this ready. Had to come up with a couple of adapters, super easy. I love super easy, so in the way of solutions. So this definitely fits the bill there. Here's what I got going on. So I think this might have got a milky color because it was in my garage, but pretty sure it's still going to work. I'll just dip it in here. Might take a bit more. So I'm just going to do that around the whole diameter there. It's a kind of a snap fit that snaps in, like one side snaps in flush. This one's got some different cutouts for some reason, so it doesn't sit flush, except for this edge and this edge. So I'll just goop it up on the outside and go from there. Now, one of the great things about the way I'm doing this one is it doesn't matter if this is all cracked, because they're not using it anyway. As you can see, this one I put a support gusset in there to hold it together, to hold the back on, but like this is cracked over here. I don't care, it doesn't matter, because it's this surface that's going to seal the gauge, not here. So that's cool. I made sure to cover this with some masking tape, so I'm keeping this plexiglass in place. So this is my new gauge panel. It's just mocked up right now. It's not secured in yet, but here she is. These are speed hut gauges made for a BMW 2002. I think they look fabulous. I had them apply the custom BMW format to the tachometer as well. So I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of the 2002. I had 2 of them back in the 90s. I had a 73 2002 Tii, which I bought, and it was a total rust bucket. I was still learning about cars then. And I bought a 75 Tii, or 75 2002 as well, and swapped the motor from the Tii into it. So those are my BMWs. cut the hole for the tachometer. It's just a 52 millimeter gauge, a standard one, or a 2 1/16 of an inch hole saw. So I just bought this guy and zipped it through. But I went from the back side, and I tried to be as careful as possible to center it. It's not exactly centered, but there's a little bit of slop in there, so I can adjust it. I have not yet figured out exactly how I'm to keep it mounted, because the problem is, as you can see right here, it's really tight. So to fit this threaded collar in there doesn't exactly fit. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I might have to notch this section here, but we'll see what happens. I was a little bit nervous with these gauges, so I reached out to Speed Hut, and before I bought them, and they assured me that all their gauges are exactly the same plugs. So the Crooked Finger Designs board, which I have in stock and I sell, will go like that, and then all these will just plug in as they normally would, so I'll be good to go. Okay, so using this guy, gonna focus here, I was able to remove the little nub that was back there. There's a little nub in the back corner here, like a screw boss type nub. So then I was able to get that in there and screw it on like it's supposed to be. So there she is. I'm loving it. I can't wait to get this all wired in. It's going to be pretty easy, I think, with just using this board, so I'll do that next. So here it is. I'm pretty happy with them. They illuminate red, which is hard to see in the daylight, and the needles illuminate white. Grab the keys. Looks pretty good. Now the reason I went with these gauges, the BMW style, is because it's a new line from Speed Hut they put out. It is like an homage to the BMW 2002 gauges. One of my most favorite cars that I've owned, and I've owned quite a few, was I had a 73 BMW 2002 Tii. That was just a fantastic car. I really loved it. There's a story with that. I ended up getting a 1975 2002 and transplanting the engine over from the 73 into the 75, and I drove that for a year and a half, something like that, until I sold it because I got a GTI for free for 83 GTI for crewing for a friend of mine for his race team. So, but anyway, I really like these gauges. The other set that I did was 4-inch gauges. So let me turn the camera around here. So those, I made adapters so they're nearly flush here with this surface and this surface, because you couldn't get them in the back like that because they're too big. These are 3 3/8, I believe. And I just have a little adapter that I made to equalize the holes, I guess, to hold it in. And I'll put those in the web shop soon if you're interested in this style. Super easy, just epoxy my adapters in, and then you just screw the gauges in just like you normally would. They've got a threaded collar in the back of them. So it's a super easy gauge install. You do have to pop the glass out to get the gauges in, but I guess you don't really have to. You could have done it the other way. Now I'm thinking about it. You could have just done it off on the backside and left the glass in there, but I don't mind it. I like it without the glass, so that's cool. And then this tachometer is just a 2 1/16 or 52 millimeter gauge. I had them apply the same custom BMW scheme to that as well. There was a slight upcharge for that, but I kind of like it. It's an homage to BMW, and you know, it's German, which I guess is cool, and not that it really matters on my van because I've got a Subaru power plant. But I like the way they look, so that's cool. Yeah, if you're interested in either gauges like this or the 4-inch, I can certainly hook you up with a 15% discount off the retail price of the Speed Hut gauges. I'm an authorized vendor, so if you email me, chris@uniworksdesign.com, I will I'd love to chat about getting you some custom gauges as well. Cheers, everyone.